All right, welcome back, everybody. I pray y'all are still having a wonderful, blessed day as we thank the Most High for so much. Let me dive right into this video. I want to give a shout out to Brother Titus Taylor. My title says, My Take on Walt Disney. Um, Brother Titus, the things that you think a lot of times, you think it's so innocent, and then it's not. Great question about this, especially when we talk about what our kids, are looking at. Now, let me say this off top. Everything you see, Brother Titus, you have to ask yourself, what is it all about? Where did it come from? And here go the main thing. Who was it owned by? Is it righteous or is it wicked? How far will it go to keep generating money? Now, you ask me, is Walt Disney evil? I'm going to say this off top. Now, oh, yes. And it has been for a long time. Let me ask you this: what do you see in most cartoons now? Sex. What do you see in most commercials now? Sex. Or they talking about a product for sex. What do you see in most movies? What do you see on the internet now? Because wickedness always sells. Now, Titus in Orlando, Florida. Let me just say this off top too, because I believe in people. You can repent and change, and I pray for you. If you just happen to be a homosexual looking at this video, excuse me, um, I love you from the bottom of my heart. I don't agree with what you're doing, and I pray that you come out of it. I don't care what color you are and what part of the world you're located in, but I'm about to address some stuff about homosexuality right now. So, amen. Let the church say amen. I stand on the topic boldly. If I was talking about homongering and everything else, I would say the same thing. But this is the subject. This is the topic. So let's deal with it. Orlando, Florida. This is no secret. Brother Titus, you probably don't know this, but when you look at Orlando, Florida, they have what you call Gay Day. Uh, you're talking about 180,000 gays and lesbians or more. They go there down there to have that, fun and the activities and special events and pool parties. You name it, it's going on. This started back in 1991, but always on Saturdays of the week of the gay days at Disney's Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World. Now notice they call it Magic Kingdom. Magic Kingdom. And we all know from studying the word what magic is all about. But when you start talking about magic, sorcery, the spirit of divination, you start talking about these evil spirits, like we were just talking about contacting the dead, they all go together. And it's all wicked. It's all demonic. Fortune telling. Now, with that being said, when you look at these churches, because I'm about to make a point with this, the churches, a lot of them was trying to boycott. They actually did it. In one church in particular, I can't think of the name at the moment, but they boycotted against Walt Disney. They didn't want their kids looking at their movies no more. They was trying to ban it for good. Now, just check this out, Brother Titus. They put all that energy in talking bad about, what's going on in Walt Disney, but you got the homosexuals still on your organ at church. You allowed the gays to take over your church. So when people on the outside looking in, they can say, man, the world and these church buildings are just alike. Why you ain't boycotting your church? What you taking in all that money? See, when you look at it, they doing the same thing, collecting all that money, because we all know homosexuality in the church raises a lot of money. So when you look at what's going on in Walt Disney, and you look at the church that they allowed this to go on, they doing the same thing, you know. But they wanted to boycott the homosexuals and the lesbians. But they don't. When it comes to the organ player and the praise team members and the directors that's gay, they leave it alone. But look at who owned Um, Look at who owns Walt Disney now. And then don't you know that Disney owns what is that? ABC. I want to say ESPN, that movie channel A&E, Miramax Films, and they always showing so much about pedophiles and sex. Disney earned what, like 21 million back in 1996, but then it had failed. The stock fell down because when they was boycotted, when that boycott was announced, it dropped a lot. So when something like that drops, brother Titus, you got to find another way to get that money back up. And what more gonna sell other than homosexuality? Pedophile. Somebody on the live talk not too long ago said that they call that now the pedophile land. You know. And then you look at the movies and the music that's being portrayed now. You start seeing something different. But people were saying, what happened to the Disney traditional family values when they used to show good stuff? Just like I was saying, you don't have no positive shows now. When you look at what's always being portrayed on TV with the black man, he got to be a dope dealer. He got to be some kind of big time dope dealer or a thug pushing dope through a club or something, or he got to be gay because that's what sells on TV. Remember what I said about TV, television. Tell your vision. TV, programming your mindset so you can see what they want you to see and act the way they want you to act and do what they want you to do. And once you get somebody's mind, brother, you already got their actions. But what happened to Disney? See, the homosexuals are invited every year to spend the first weekend in June at Disney World. Now, like I was saying about the church, the churches was getting mad at that, but look at something so big and open and flaming so much like the GMWA workshops, with the so-called gospel workshop. Look at all the homosexual and lesbian acts that went on with that. So once again, when you talk about is it evil? Oh yes, yeah. And then once you start looking at these Jews, these fake Jews, I like to say, I believe the guy name was Michael Eisner. And when you're talking about Walt Disney now, I think he's the CEO, or he might be gone now, or somebody else done took it over. But he was a homosexual, and he promotes, and he don't hide nothing, but he promotes all of this wickedness. So when you look at what happened in this world, they legalized same-sex marriages, and you see what happened. The more and more they go against the word of the Most High, and they are legalizing stuff, more and more people are coming out very openly with it now. Because that's what's allowed in this world now. See, you can't make too much money on what's right, but when it's entertaining, when it's sexual, you'll make a killing because that's what sells. Now look at Hollywood. See, Walt Disney, that he had died. I forgot when, but what would he really say if he was still alive? Or would he have let this same thing happen is the question. So you see what Michael done, what he allowed to get through. Disney, I always say Disney Studios is very wicked. If you think I'm lying, just Google what I'm saying, y'all. You know, and look at their employees. You got a lot of employees that's living that lifestyle of gays and lesbians. It's open, y'all. And Walt Disney, what they doing now is really targeting the children and the teenagers. That's why you got to be real careful what you letting your child watch. You think these movies are so innocent once again. Look at the look. If you really catch what they showed, and even like the Little Mermaid, if you look at the screen real closely, or you look at some of these photos real closely, you'll see a lot of sexual acts. You'll see body parts being shown. And this is what your child looking at. Some of these scenes, it should wake you up. Disney has the largest gay and lesbian employee organization in the entertainment business. Period. And it's full of paganism. They really just promote Satan, y'all. See, Walt Disney himself, he was a 33rd degree Freemason. Freemason when you study. So once again, when you're looking at these photos and some of these things in these movies, you'll see the signs and the symbols. That's why you see the music now, everything is changing, for Walt Disney. So, Brother Titus, to answer your question, is it evil? Is it demonic? Oh, you best to believe it. It's just like what you see going on in Hollywood now. Because if it can sell, some people don't care what they got to do to sell it. They don't care how they got to move up top, what they got to do to get up top. They're gonna do it. And I know some of y'all looking at the video like, well, I don't really believe in what JT talking about. Just go Google it. Go type in Google and see what I'm saying about how it's so wicked now about Walt Disney. When you was looking at the Little Mermaid, and you can just name a lot of these things that you see in even these movies, it's always showing you perversion, sexual perversion, excuse me. So I was just telling my wife, go back to Roger Rabbit. When you go back, just like we were saying last week about the cartoons, like The Simpsons, they was revealing so much. Let me tell y'all something. There's some things being revealed in these cartoons that most people are not catching because they just, well, that's a funny cartoon. How many of y'all remember the Boondocks? Look at how raw and uncut that cartoon was. They didn't beef about nothing. They showed every naked body part. They didn't hide nothing. And you wonder, man, what happened? Why it's not on TV no more? Who is over that? What happened to that cartoon? It's a lot of things that your child looking at they shouldn't be looking at. And if you're not careful, it's gonna get that mindset. And that's why they keep having them dreams and all that crazy stuff. So, Brother Titus, once again, as I wrap this video up, to answer your question, yes, it's a lot of perversion, it's a lot of sex, it's a lot of things going on through Walt Disney, and they using Orlando, Florida now, man, to just open it up big time. Just go Google what I'm talking about, and you will see exactly how many gays and lesbians is going down there, with their t-shirts on, the big open days, and it's out in the open. Just like over here where I stay. Y'all people know when you're in Dallas, Texas, when you say Turtle Creek, when you say Cedar Springs, they automatically know it's a gay area. You got gay recreation centers, you got gay everything now. I got a gay church right around the corner from me. It's no secret. Everything now it's out in the open. Ain't nobody hiding nothing no more. But this is what we are living in. So with that being said, brother, you have a wonderful, wonderful, blessed night.